presence where we must be. Miss Sherry, where you going? I need you to meet the Lord. I need me to move. We need to move kind of quick. I need you to miss the Lord and Miss Sherry to come up front. Quick. You get a chair on this side. I'm going to ask you for your chair that you're sitting in right here. We're going to move. Miss Sherry, one of you guys can sit here, one can sit here. Bring your Bibles. You're going to be sitting here all service. Amen. You're going to be looking so cute on the book. Amen. Amen. We're going to teach this. Amen. How many want to be in God's presence?
Yes, God.
And I really thank you for that small word of testimony. Amen. It was really much needed. Amen. Amen. How many of y'all know that we're not perfect in LHM? We are flawed. Do you know that? How many of y'all flawed in the building? I know I am. Amen. But God has a place for the leftovers. Amen. Those who really want to serve God, amen. We can thank you for the word, amen. I mean, it's not true. I thank you because everything is lining up according to what God gave me. I was struggling with this, Kim George. And let me tell you how bad I was struggling with it, Mr. Cole. I got to print the sermon out. The printer don't work. I was going to put it over to my iPad. It won't hold a charge. I got a brand new tablet, Mr. Lord, and it won't work. So I called Apostle Moore. I said, can I just use, if you print these things out, I come pick them up. I ain't got to in your house. I just need them for the service. So I called Mr. Lord, but God gave me a word, because I knew that anybody in the church would have this, would be Mr. Lord. And she said, well, Pastor, we got rid of this a couple years ago. But she couldn't have brought it to the church, because what she had was too big. I need a number. 1 or 2. 2, 1. And you be your own balance beings if you got to hold your hands up, amen. But God gave me a word. I'm going to teach this the way God gave it to us. It's a lot of scriptures, so we might get tired, but I'm glad we got time. But it ain't 12 o'clock yet, so I will be done shortly. Good to see you, Miss Robinson. Amen. Come on, let's give our baby Evan a hand. Amen. Good to see her back. Amen. Amen. God is good. Amen. Those who play with her. I want to teach this word that God gave me. And the word is when grace and law collide. I was hoping my father would be here, but he done dipped out on this boy. Let me tell you what God is doing. Somebody who want to know. Let's get moving. Let's get ready to move. I want you to sit right here. Turn your chair around. Thank you, Kenya, for getting that right. I did tell you to sit down. Kenya got you right, though, amen. We're gonna have a dividing line. Miss, you were 2, right? You were Grace. Miss Sharon is lost. All y'all on this side of the church, y'all lost folks. Y'all folks, Grace folks, raise your hand because Grace folks love. Amen. You know, y'all Grace folks, amen. These y'all lost folks. Y'all the legalistic folks, amen. Y'all want to hold them down to the ground, put your foot on their neck and kill them. Now you can't move, you're already there. I want everybody to listen. I feel excited in my spirit. Ain't no preaching message. It's a teacher message. Yes, Teaspoon, you know what law and grace is? What about you, Jalen? Kelly, what about you? So that means, what about Jerry? You know what law and grace is? James. Kia. Keyshawn always put his head down like that. Hey, you know what law and grace is? Okay. It's brave. That means I got this man to teach. Kendra, what about you know what law and grace is?
Just give them one of them. They might know the law.
Y'all know what law is? Thank you. You know what law is?
Know what the
What law is? Rules. What's grace?
The exemption to the rule.
We don't deserve it, but we got it. We thank you. See? Only in LHM you talk to the preacher while you preach. You go somewhere, they want to do this. We're going to talk about when grace, law, and grace collide. I'm going to show you in the scripture But we got to get there. We got 2 pages before we get to the scripture. So I want to give you the scripture here where we're going to be at. Well, we're going to be in John chapter 8. But don't go there yet because you got other things to pick up. When the Bible speaks of law kindled, it refers to detailed standard that God gave to Moses. He gave Moses these laws, and they begin with, I want you to listen to what I'm going to say, they begin in Exodus 20 with the 10 commandments. But there are much more laws than just the 10 commandments. So if you just try to, y'all have to do this because I got to calm down. My spirit got to settle. So he gave Moses these laws for the people to live by. So you would say, why would God give these laws? He wanted his people to be exiled from the evil nations. Kind of follow behind me? So God explains that God's law is explained by his people being included in 3 categories. There's civil, ceremonial, and moral laws. Those are the 3 categories. You're going to break the laws down. The laws were given to separate God's people from evil nations around them, to keep them out of sin. You can find this reference in Ezra 10 and 11 and Romans 5 and 13, 7. Romans 5 and 13 and Romans 7 and 7. But the law clearly demonstrated no human could purify itself enough to please God. So all y'all law folks on this side, Miss Sharon got the law. And the book I gave her was actually Robert's Rules of Order. I couldn't find no good law book, so that's all I had. In other words, God gave these laws to you all to keep you from evil folks. But there was no way that you could please God by the law. Keisha, he sent laws to keep you safe, but there was no way humanly that you could live up to every law that he sent you.
That's right. Thank you, God.
Somebody need to celebrate because that's why we need grace.
That's right. That's right.
But the church, now, thank you, Lord. This is not a will card to go sin.
Repeat.
This is not a will card to go sin.
Amen.
Because a lot of folks are trying to stand behind grace and sin. So I want to make sure this is not a will card to go sin. But because of grace, the law told us, because Shamika Cooper, you couldn't live up to the law. You needed a Savior. You needed Jesus. Because there was no way humanly that you could line up, and I'm not dealing with Mr. Lord because I'm not dealing with the Lord yet. You could not line up to what the law said. When you was at your very best, you still couldn't hold up to what the law said.
All right.
I want to split paint so bad. See, that's why a lot of us in the church, we said we love God, but we still under the law. By the New Testament time, the religious leaders had hijacked the law, the Pharisees, Sadducees, and they added their own traditions and rules. So now you got the law on top of their own rules and regulations. How many of y'all see that in the church? You hear, then they add, well, we think you shouldn't do this. We think we don't supposed to do this like this. And I ain't talking about nobody. I'm talking about, you ever been to somebody's church that said, you can't do this, this, and this, and this. And you're saying, why?
Right.
That's right.
They have it's the tradition of man hide behind the law. Oh, God, I feel good.
All right. All right.
So, Mr. Lord, the Pharisees, now watch this. If y'all go back and look at it, when they were dressed now, Keo, it's interesting. On their garment, they'll have those scriptures on their garments. Their clothes would be scriptures. They would have scriptures hanging off of them.
All right.
Because they wanted to be considered as being holy. And it's funny how sometimes we can throw our scripture, Mr. Lord, and ain't got nothing inside of us. We want to look a certain kind of way. I'm thinking my own self, y'all got to go with me. Blah, blah. So we want to live, we want somebody to live up to a standard that we can't even live up to our own self. See, it's bad to hold somebody to a measure that you can't hold your own self up. You know what I'm saying, Miss Roberts, when you try to hold someone to a level that you can't hold your own self up, then you got a problem.
Come on.
Yes, God.
Teach us, teach us.
While the law itself was good, y'all listen, the law was good, but it was weak in the fact that it lacked the power to change the sinful heart. Mr. Lord, you got these rules, but it couldn't change your heart. Woo. You got all these rules in place. You ever been in a church or in a place where they got all these rules but nobody's heart ain't changed? That's why I'm glad you testify, baby. Because like LA, you've been here in the hospital. We got a lot of issues over here, but I'm telling you something. I know that God changed his heart. Because I see hearts change. And I can call the names out, but I don't want to do that. I saw folks' hearts changing, Mr. Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Hold on. We had prayer Wednesday. I wish I'd have been here Wednesday. You could have been here.
Yes, God. Yes, God.
And the Lord told me to clean up this church, to clean up the house in the spirit. You know, like that sound going on. And y'all, I don't know if you realize, but we prayed and we anointed every door. We walked the Lord. We started out holding hands, and He said, "Let the hands go and let them walk." And when people was walking in, they was being stopped, saying, "God said, you stand on this door. You stand on this door." And Fanny got in the back door back there. And I don't know if y'all realize this, but when Fanny opened the back door, so much light came through the sanctuary that it scared me. It was like none other. I called Fanny. She said, "I don't know what, because I'm going to figure this out right now." I don't know if the ones who was in there, but it was light that came through here. And it went right out here. I said, "God, thank you for your spirit coming in."
Thank you, Lord.
So we're here. So we're saying, how do we go from law to grace?
Yes, God.
Because there are so many of us sitting right here who are saved, but we're standing behind law.
Yes, God.
We're saved, but we're holding on to law.
Yes, God.
But I told you there was one thing that the law had that it couldn't do. It was good. It couldn't change hearts.
Amen.
It can make you live up to a standard.
Jesus.
Thank you, God.
Yes, God.
Only grace can change your heart.
Yes, God.
So the law, Miss Sharon, can make you live right, Kim, but it couldn't make you love right.
Yes, God.
It can make you try to live right, have right, but it won't do nothing. It was sustained to your heart.
Yes, God.
So we need grace.
Yes, God.
Miss Lois, I ain't forgot about you. I'm getting there. You just stay right there and look cute and keep writing. Grace, keep taking notes. Keeping the law was interrupted by the Pharisees. They become over-possessive and burden. You know the law can become burden bearer. I got to walk the line. I got to toe it line to foot.
Yes, God.
If I fall, you're going to see me when I fall.
Yeah.
But you can fall, but you won't tell nobody you fell. And the Pharisees was good at that. They was good to hold you to the law.
Yes, God.
They couldn't even live there in their own self. Listen to this. It was in this legalistic climate that Jesus came. Y'all know Jesus did come in a legalistic climate. It was a law-based climate. Can you imagine grace, Mr. Lois, which would represent you, coming in this legalistic society where everybody's being held at a standard and everybody's being held, and you got grace that's coming in. There were folks who believed the law couldn't be reversible. It was folks that believed the law couldn't change. But Jesus, the lawgiver, said, "I did not come to abolish the laws of the prophet or the prophets. But I did not come to abolish them, but I come to fulfill the law." So if Jesus came to fulfill the law, and you can find that over, thank you for turning, Mr. Lord, you helped me out. Matthew 5:17. The law was not evil, but it served as a mirror to reveal the condition of a person's heart. For the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. Moses had the law. See, this is going to really mess y'all church folks up. Y'all will keep, if Shamika said this morning, I said, Lord, I started laughing when you said it. But she told me we need to go over the 10 Commandments with Ashton. No, we don't. I know what she was saying, so we got to find the right scripture in the New Testament form. See, we're going to hold people to a commandment that has no value no more. It's making y'all church folks do this on the inside.
Jesus.
It ain't got no value, should be cool. Because we really live under grace. This scares me. Every time I teach a grace message, I get nervous. Because I know I have a law-based background. Somebody missed that. I know my background is law-based. When I say, I don't mean by study of the law, I mean by the book, by the Bible, law-based. And sometimes when I teach grace, it makes me do this. Because we've been taught so many things that we shouldn't have been doing, but it's all based on what? Law. Now, once again, I'm not giving you a card to go out there and sin. I'm not doing it because when you understand grace, you understand that I can't do these things regardless.
Come on. Right.
So when you understand grace,
Yes.
you got to understand what grace is. I feel like preaching.
Yes.
Woo, Jesus.
Preaching, sir.
Hold you
Jesus embedded the perfect balance between grace and law. And y'all, when Andrea started the throne room, and she said, this is what we got to be. He came in and ripped the veil. Look, we sitting sideways. Just pretty there's a veil here. Law don't hold up no more because she's come in and she's ripped that already. And now grace is abiding. Jesus always been full of grace. And people always been saved by grace. We're not saved by the law. But it's by grace that we're saved. No matter what you try to do, however legalistic we become. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is a constant mind battle in my mind. It ain't like I can just preach this and this, because I know because law is so ingrained inside of me. Sometimes I become law and I just God did not change between the Old and Testament. The same God who gave the law also gave Jesus. So God ain't changed. This is what I said. God did not change between the Old and New Testament. The same God that gave the law sent grace. I hear you in the spirit. This is not in my notes. But there are principles. Listen, principles and laws are different. You have math principles. No matter how the world changes, 1 plus 1 will be 2. You can multiply, you can measure. Ask them, I thought I was good at math. I'm a math minor, I'm a computer science major. You went to HBCU, math came out, computer science came out of the math department. So you do more math, you do computer work. But when Ashton multiplies now, Shamika, I can't follow it no more. I'm done with it. I can't help it. Shamika gets mad with it, but I can't help it. That's why I get you these little texts. Can you work this out? Work it out so I can see it. Because the way he multiplies is in these boxes and triangles, and I can't follow that. I don't even know what he's doing. But I do know that my old way still works. Why you saying that to me, Dean? Because I'm telling you that the principles of God, they're always working. The principles of God. But you try to hold somebody to a standard and working. If you give, God will still bless you regardless. Because over in Genesis, he promised us in his word that there will always be seed time and harvest time. That's the principle. That's not a law. Oh, God. It's good stuff. So his grace was demonstrated through the law by providing sacrificial system to cover our sin. That's why Jesus was born. Listen to this. Let's go back to the book. Let's go back to y'all law-based folks. Let's go back to Genesis. And they put the blood post over the door. That was the law. That's why Jesus was born under the law. Because he was the last sacrificial sin. The last sacrificial offering for us. He had to be born under the law because he had to be like a sheep
Glory to you.
that purged our blood for our sins. That's why he was born into the law, but not other law. He was born in it because he had to be that way because he had to be born under law. So sin could cover, our blood could cover. That's good. I'm taking my own stuff, but that was in my notes. Not everyone who comes to God through Christ is declared righteous. We're saved by grace. Mr. Lord, we're going to work with you now by grace. By grace, we're saved. By grace, we're saved. Through faith. So that's why you tend to talk about faith today. You didn't know it, God just lighting this thing up. Keeping the law can't save nobody.
Amen.
Let me get there and show it to you. Therefore, by the deeds, this is Romans 20 and 3. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, no flesh will be justified in his sight. For by the law is the knowledge of sin. Either by the righteousness of God through faith, Jesus Christ, to all and on all who believe. We got to understand that it's not the law that's going to save us. It was good for us, but it can change our heart. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen folks who just try to lie you up by the scripture and they're evil in their heart? Mm-hmm. Me?
Yes, God.
You don't have to worry about it. I'm going to make sure everybody gets this. I'm going to email this out tonight. Fanny's going to get this to y'all tonight. Because I got 2 minutes script to go over Shamika. We'll be turning like this. I want to get some readers up. I ain't going to get all y'all to line up and read, but I got 2 minutes. We couldn't do that. We'll be here reading all day. I still got to get somewhere. The purpose of the law was basically to bring us Christ. Once we are saved, God desires to glorify himself through our good works. That's why works follow after salvation. Somebody missed that too. Works don't precede for salvation. It follows Ms. Cole. Salvation then works. Amen. Because my works don't make me saved. There's a lot of us here doing a whole lot of church work and we ain't going to heaven.
Come on.
Because you're doing all this church work you call work, it ain't what your heart ain't right for real. You're putting the whole post under the law and God said, I got grace for you.
That's it.
But you know what? Shamika Cooper and, I don't know, E.T. or there's a conflict between grace and law. We misunderstand the purpose of the law. Watch this. And then we'll refine grace, something other than God's benevolence on us, that we deserve. We try to earn his salvation or supplementation through sacrifice. We'll follow the errors of the Pharisees and making things ritual and legalistic. Do y'all know God can do what he want to do? He want to come in here and tell us we ain't going to sing no the day. The church that we just go, whoever he could be key up and get up in there and say, I'm going to read her. If the Lord says she's going to read something, the whole house could just blow up. I remember one time we read one scripture and the whole church said, it's however God wants to do it. Amen. We couldn't find him just to a box.
Amen.
So y'all ready for this? Let's go to the word now. I'm getting the scripture down. For our new folks, I don't want to preach this long. I'm going to get you there. We're going to go home, okay? Hang with me. Just hang with me. Ride with the boss. Let's go to John. John 8. Y'all ready? I need a real good reader that can read with that power, like, you know, they make the heaven shake. John 8, 1 through 12.
Jesus went unto the Mount of Olives. And early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him. And he sat down and taught them. And the scribes, the Pharisees, brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery, in the very act. Now Moses in the law.
Oh, yeah, Moses in the law. So you see grace, you see law already standing his chest up. Law done stood up now. Keep going.
Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what thou do? This they said, tempting him, that they might be to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down.
Grace, look at Grace and get the move. Grace already bowed herself in her measure. Got humble. It didn't puff up, it just bowed on down.
Stooped down, and with his finger wrote on the ground, as though he heard them not. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Jesus was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Jesus had lifted up himself, and saw none but the woman, and he said unto her, Woman, where art thou? Woman, where are those thy accusers? Had no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. Then speak again, Jesus again unto them saying, I am the light of the world. And he that follows me shall not walk in darkness, but they shall have the light of life.
Y'all know Jerry's played he played good Jesus. I don't think nobody can play Jesus like Jerry did. Jerry, praise that. The whole church get it. So he played good Jesus. Good Jesus, he'll get y'all shot up in a few minutes. Y'all play one song, good Jesus, get y'all dancing.
Yes, Lord.
We're gonna walk this down now. We're gonna walk this down. We're gonna walk this down. We got law. You got Jesus born in law for the shedding of blood. Because that system had already been in place. There had to be blood shed for the remission of our sins. Because now all y'all could do was hold us accountable. But you couldn't change my heart. Everybody with me?
Amen.
So when Jesus was born, he's walking, he's doing miracles. Guess who's following behind him? Grace.
Yes, God.
Law tries to find a way in every now and then. And let me tell you what I do know about law. It's normally rude. It's normally not spoken. It normally try to hold people to a standard that it can't hold it. You know, it's normally very judgmental.
Amen.
It normally is taking notion to hold you to a standard they can hold their own step to.
Amen.
And they do it in the sense of a law saying that I want to change you, but you got to realize the law can't change me.
Amen.
If you really bring me Jesus and that Jesus, and if you bring me baby Jesus over here, wrong Jesus, whatever you want to Jesus, just bring me Jesus. It's Jesus that changes the condition of a man's heart. It's Jesus who can't change the condition of a woman's heart. But we got grace. All you grace people. You know, you already realize we ain't got to go.
Amen.
But we just love God.
Yes, God.
And every day we try to do a little bit better every day. You know, what I got to realize, I want you to get twisted, Keisha. We're not saying go out there and sin. But what we're saying, when Jesus meets you, he changes your heart. He changes your whole mindset. And I realize that what the law can't do for me, grace will do. Because when I don't deserve it, grace. You say I can have it, grace. When I should be dead because the law would kill me. Because what you do, if you offend somebody, you plug your eye, you get all that kind of trouble. I don't need to do that now. Because I got grace on my side now. Yes, I'm not perfect. I got issues. I still struggle with some things. But grace. Are we coming on? Come up here. I know you only been on. Get on up here. Hurry up. Move kind of quick. You moving like you down there at the other church. Now watch this. Watch this. Come over here. You and Chief Fool, Mariah, and Kelly, come on over here. The four of y'all in the corner. Come on, move quick. Just stand right here. And I'm going to show you what grace, how grace. We're going to show you how grace and law collided. Because this is one of the best scriptures to me that shows me grace and law at collision. And I looked the word collision up because you know I got challenged this week by a word. Collision means it's about to be an accident. And somebody finna get hurt.
All right.
You got me? An accident finna happen. Everybody with me?
Amen.
You with me? An accident finna happen. So we have this woman right here who's been caught in the act of adultery. Now, law says, we're going to start over. Your penalty is death. That's what law says. Law said we know your business.
All right.
We saw you in the very act. So we're going to take you out.
All right.
But grace says, I ain't going to argue with you. I'm just going to stoop low. I'm going to humble myself and get a direction from the Father. Law says, but this is not how Moses would have handled this.
Come on.
Grace says, I got to get a direction from the Father.
All right.
Law says, I don't really like what you're doing over here. But grace says, you know what? Because you're loud and you're making a whole lot of noise, I'm not intimidated by you. Because what I didn't realize, law folks are trying to intimidate you with their loudness, with their quoting scripture like they know everything, and they'll miss what God is saying. But what grace says, I'm going to humble myself, I'm going to stoop down and get a direction from the Father. And the Father says, he without sin cast the first stone. Now I heard answer just to ask Shamika. He said, Mom, what's adultery? But watch this. I'm going to go and hit you a little harder. You might have committed adultery. But you may have lied.
Yes. All right.
You may be judgmental.
Amen.
You may have stolen something.
Yes, God.
You just may be looking at folks, getting your own opinion about it. But guess what? All those things I stand. You might not have sex. You might not sleep with nobody's husband. But you sin.
All right.
And you sin. And you sin. And you sin. Yeah, nobody might not know about it. But you did some things. Guess what? You're probably still doing some things. You're probably still going around tearing folks down in word and in deed. But then grace stoops down one more time. And he writes again. So hear what the Father says. He says, now, he without sin, you throw a rock at her now. And what grace make you do? Oh! What grace make you do? Grace will call you to examine yourself. The law will make you examine yourself, but grace will make you examine yourself. And grace will make you say, I'm guilty. I'm going to tuck my tail. And I'm going to run now. And then you look around, you find out, hey, I'm standing right up here, just 3 of them, the Lord falls up now. And then cheekbones said, who? You know what? But I do a lot of bad stuff nobody knows about. I can't throw no rock in here. All right? You got one person that's always fueling up the situation. They keep it going. They keep it going. They keep it going. They don't never let it down. They called you and get you all hyped up, throw influence on. Kenneth said, boy, you out of here. I'm gone. I got my own. All right? Now that one who get everything started. Kind of alone standing by yourself now. When everybody hyped you up, got you all squared up, and got you all heated. Now you say, you know what? I'm giving my own self. I'm going back to my own seat. And let me tell you what I do realize. Grace wins every time. And let me tell you something. Y'all can see that I feel the presence of the Lord. I'm telling you, I feel the presence of the Lord like never before, Gates. I feel God's presence. And I'm telling you, these kind of words are challenging for me, Mr. Lord, because let me tell you something. Most of us, came from a law background. Mr. Lord, Miss Shane, we don't know how to apply grace. Amen. Mr. Lord, we want to do God, but we don't know how to apply. And I'm not saying everybody just go out there and do what you want to do. I'm not saying, because what I realize, when you make God your Savior, He will change your heart. The things that you used to do, you really won't do them no more. When you let grace in your heart. My mother told me, she said, you know what, you hold folks too high to a standard. And I told her why. She said, because the way God did you, He don't do everybody like that. So my process was literally overnight. I stopped cussing, I stopped having sex and all that overnight. I had no desire no more. And some folks' process is a process. He takes you from lying. He takes you from cursing. He takes you from being judgmental. And He waits all these. But there's some of us who just do like this. And everybody don't do it like that. So Mr. Lord, what to do? We tell them, grace tells them. Baby, I know where you at. And I understand your struggle because I've been there too. But I know God will do it if you just let Him do it. And sometimes, like Jerry, sometimes what we'll do when we follow behind grace, we don't have to say a word to Him. But we just fall on our knees and we pray for Him. We don't call nobody, say, God, we got to get a prayer group going, sister so-and-so. He said, you need to fall on your knees. And just pray. And you watch God do it. You watch God do it. I'm guilty, E.G. Oh, God, I should have been dead a long time ago. I always did it right, Brother Kendrick. But because of grace held me when I couldn't hold my own self. Because when you realize the law wanted to kill me, but grace wanted to love me. The law wanted to take me out. But grace said, I love you just where you are. I just need you to come. So Kenya, every now and then when I find myself want to fall back and lean back, because you really want to lean back towards the law, I said, God, it's by grace that I was saved. Anybody ever told themselves I didn't deserve it? Mr. Lord, we didn't deserve it. Ain't nobody in the room deserve to even be saved, but because of grace.
Thank you, Lord.
Look, it's grace that does it, baby. It's grace that's doing it to me. God's grace. It's grace that holds me killed at night time. It's not the law. Oh, thank you, God. I think I got it. I see what you said. Because what the law does to you, Cooper, it makes me heavy in my spirit.
Right?
Can you imagine the law just beating you down all the time?
Yes, God.
You know, the law will never see the good stuff you do.
All right.
It just focuses always on the bad stuff you do.
Amen.
I know you pay 5,000. I know you have no clothes. I know you pray for no women, but you know you got money that I already like.
All right.
I know you did all that good stuff. But all that good stuff don't matter. You got this one thing I just can't get over. But is it really for you to get over? It ain't for you to get it over. It's for her to get it over with.
Yeah. Right? Yes, sir. Thank you, Lord.
Kia, we're not deserving,
Yes, God.
but we're here. When we should be dead, we're here. When everybody else gave up on us, grace held you. Grace is colliding with the law. And then sometimes because we're law-based folks. We weren't talking. I know at my church we weren't talking much about grace. I'm just telling you, we were law-abiding citizens. We had no anointing. We had no Holy Ghost. And we had no power. But we can tell you how you're supposed to live according to the church covenant and the church doctrines and the church rules. And the rules had no power. The rules kept folks out the church. They wouldn't come in the church. Come on, sir. But daughter, your dress got to be 1/4 inch past your ankle. Some folks told me they ain't know they had no arms and legs till they found grace.
Yes, God.
Because everything about it was covered up.
You're right, sir.
We did things that were legalistic. They had no significance. We just did occasions. Most of us get grace. We'll get the law. I'm sorry. And then we start adding our own rules to it. Things that we don't like. Is it that you don't like it or God don't like it? Every day I'm striving. Keisha, I want to be more like Jesus. And I know some things that I do, and I may say it may not be things that God, so I have to check my own stuff before I let things fly out of my mouth. Because I don't want what I said to you outside of my flesh, law, to kill your spirit.
Yes. It will. Yes,
And but she sitting right there, you'll know, you can watch her face, she ain't gonna lie. My wife face ain't gonna lie, but she would tell me all the time, why you keep on loving these folks? You know they, it ain't even they don't like me, you know they. The Bible says when I was yet a sinner, Christ died for me. When I didn't want to embrace him, he kept on loving me. Sometimes you got to see him pray. How many Bible reasons? Because how many of y'all know that the gifts and callings come without what? Repentance. I didn't make that up. That's the word of God says. Why you think he's some drunk folk that can sing a song and get everybody on fire? Because the anointing rides on them, the gift.
yes. Yes.
Now I'm saying it's right.
Right. But it works.
But the gift is in for action. The these life folks, they skillful, they got no anointing.
That's right. Yes, sir. Ooh, yes, sir. Come on.
Just because you skillful, don't make you be anointed. And there's a lot of skillful folk that's playing the drum, playing the guitar, playing the keyboard, that's preaching and praying, and ain't got no anointing.
Yes, Lord.
When they stand, you feel nothing.
Yes, Lord.
You feel empty on the inside. Thank God for each and every one of you. Because God is good. Don't hold yourself under the law. Step over the grace and live there. Because there's some scripture that says if you miss one letter of the law, you miss them all. If you can't hold them all up, why try to hold them up? Grace. We're saved by grace. Mr. Lord, it's because of grace that we're standing, not because of the law. Y'all realize, Jesus, that his blood still works.
Yes, it does.
2017, brother, the blood is still working. The shed blood of Jesus on Calvary still works. And it's just as powerful as it was then as it is now. Because it washes all of our black souls and make them white as snow. Once again, if you're not saved, she said something today. She said, just open your mouth up. Confess that thing with your mouth. That God raised Jesus from the dead. And you're saved. I had to realize this, cool, it ain't no feeling. You know what I realized from the Lord what it was? It's a knowing. Because some days I don't feel like I'm saved. Y'all might feel like y'all saved every day. But some days I be like, Lord, and I have to know it at that point. Because I don't feel your presence, and I don't feel the little goosebumps running all down my arm 24/7. I got to know you still there.
Right?
So if you're not saved, this is like grace that we're saved. We ask that you come. Hey, I'm looking for Jesus. I need to find him. Come. This is the best decision you will ever make in your whole life. Money can't do it. Your income bracket ain't gonna do it. It don't matter who your mom or your daddy is. Because as my daddy just said, everybody got to stand before for our own self. Everybody got to stand before him. If we want to hear him say, servant well done. That's good. That's what I want to hear him say. Come on up and let me make it rule over me. I don't want him to say, depart from me, you works of iniquity. It's by grace that we're here. Once again, if you're not saved, I won't miss this opportunity. Come. Well, Pastor, I'm saved. I don't have a church home. And I'm looking, I'm searching. I know there's some way. I got a place in mind. I can't get to the day. Hey, you feel like this is where you got to come? Come. LA Jimmy is a place of your choice. Fanny will write you a letter to see where you got to go, and I sign it and get you out of it. Because we want you to be saved. In the kingdom, working, producing, boundary